Hello and welcome back to another holistic education video. This is another video in our series on the 25 hardest SAT math problems of this year according to Prep Maven. In this video we'll be exploring problem number 4, which states, if 3x minus y equals 12, what is the value of 8 to the x over 2 to the y? And it gives us the options of 2 to the 12, 4 to the 4, 8 squared, or the value cannot be determined from the information given. So to start off, I've written out our equation and the value that we're looking for. So the first thing to realize is that we can easily isolate this value of y and then plug it in to this value down here, and now we will have both the numerator and denominator raised to terms with an x and without a y. And so we can reduce our value from having two variables to only having one variable. So if we do that, we can subtract 3x from both sides, get negative y equals negative 3x plus 12. We can multiply both sides by negative 1 in order to get rid of this negative sign in front of this y, and we will end up with y equals 3x minus 12. So this value in our denominator right here, we can rewrite, instead of 2 to the power of y, we can write it as 2 to the power of 3x minus 12. And this is where the first of our exponent rules comes into play. So if you remember, if we have a to the power of b plus c, this is the same thing as a to the power of b times a to the power of c. And if instead of plus we have a minus here, it would be the same thing. If we had a to the b minus c, that would be the same thing, except we would have a negative c over here. So what this means is that our value here of 2 to the power of 3x minus 12 is the same thing as 2 to the power of 3x times 2 to the power of negative 12. So this is our first simplification, but then there's another exponent rule that we can use. Remember, if we have a to the power of b times c, if we have multiplication in the exponents, that is the same thing as a to the power of b all to the power of c. And so right here, what this means for us is that this 2 to the power of 3x is the same thing as 2 to the power of 3 to the power of x. And this is very convenient for us because if we simplify, 2 to the power of 3 is just equal to 8. So this is in fact the same thing as saying 8 to the power of x. So what we end up having here is that this value, 2 to the power of 3x minus 12, is actually the same thing as 8 to the x times 2 to the negative 12. And this is incredibly convenient because what this means is that the original value we were looking for, which is 8x over 2y, is the same thing as 8 to the x over 8 to the x times 2 to the negative 12. And now it's easy to see that this 8 to the x on the numerator can cancel with this 8 to the x in the denominator, and this will leave us with 1 over 2 to the negative 12. And now we only need to know one more easy exponent rule, which is to remember that if we have the reciprocal of some value, 1 over a to the b, that's the same thing as a to the negative b. And so in this case, 1 over 2 to the negative 12 is the same thing as 2 to the negative 12, or in other words, 2 to the 12. And if we look back at our original answer choices, we see that this lines up exactly with our choice of A. And A is our final answer. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.